That's 3, 4, 5, 6, and it shows it jumps back from 6 to 5, and it shows that I'm live. Let me bring up my monitoring over here and bring that up. And that shows that I'm live. I've got it muted, and hopefully I'll be able to see out of the corner of my eye with my peripheral vision if anyone joins us in chat and says anything in chat. Kind of have my task manager running right now because I was monitoring my memory and my CPU usage a while ago. I was rendering a small slight change I made to my screensaver, and I want to expand on that tonight. I'm going to show you how I've gotten where I've gotten and how I've gotten to where I've gotten, and share it with you. And hopefully if you want to get into what building a screensaver or building just something, put a big TV on the wall and use it for a big picture frame like the little miniature ones I have, then that would be great. I see someone else is watching, so we're going to get started. From time to time I'll jump over, or I'll glance over and make sure that it switches, because earlier today I was having a horrible time getting it to switch, and I think it was just me. I thought I was hitting buttons, but I wasn't. So here's where we're at. Right now I've got my task manager running, I've got Da Vinci Resolve running, I've got a sticky note reminding me that I've got to cancel something in October. I've got my OBS running so that I can stream, and I've got two tabs open right here, my streaming right here, and I was watching this guy right here called Casey Ferris, and he teaches Da Vinci Resolve, and he charges to get the master class, and I apologize, my eye is itching all of a sudden. But I really like watching him. I've watched quite a few of his. I haven't subscribed to him yet. I'm leaning that way. He's real good. He takes a lot of time to explain to you what is going on and how it works, and I do appreciate that. So now this is in my history, so I don't really need to keep it open. So I'm going to go ahead and close that, and it didn't have any effect whatsoever on either the CPU usage and or my memory usage. So I'm going to minimize this, and then this is the one I was working on earlier today. I'm going to go ahead and open it with photo, and there's a reason for that. I'm going to make it repeat, and I'm going to make it full screen. Now it's not full screen because I got to figure out how to cover the full screen, but I changed, as you just saw, the picture in the middle spins around. These two pictures were the original, they move. I've got to make an adjustment, and that one spins around. Both my wife and I liked that effect, and then I use the same one there, kind of like it, but I've got to expand, or I've got to expand's the only way I can think. I've got to make the picture fit more into the frame, or I've got to get rid of the frame, and I haven't decided. And I figured out, I didn't do that right. I didn't delete the one. So these are static. The goal and the plan is to go in. Hey Gary, good evening, how are you? I'm just showing where I've gotten this to this point from what few changes I've made from the static pictures to where it's at, and then I'm going to kind of show everybody how I've gotten to this point. I sent all three versions to Doug, and he voted for having animation or having movement. So now we're doing that. And again, I don't need to have there down there. I was just teaching text, and I forgot to change the one. So we go from static to used to be static and is moving. And the goal is eventually I'm going to make them all rotate or move. I just haven't quite figured out what yet I'm going to do. And I'm going to go ahead and acknowledge Gary, even though I said hi. So, how did we get here? Well, I got here by simply going to YouTube, and then I would go into here, and if we look at my history, then you'll see the biggest majority of it is dealing with fusion, with the exception of a couple people that I follow. There's Carrie Holzman and Doug Betts. And I don't know how far back history goes, but you'll see a lot of Casey Ferris, and I've watched a couple of other people. This time glitch one was pretty interesting. I need to find, I watched a real good one on Charlie Watts. There's one I'm looking for specifically. There's Saya, I think is how you say her name, or Cena. She's really worth watching. Very talented young lady. And Flying Tech, Fly Through Text, I learned from there. I'm trying to get back. There's all some of my music, which I did leave my one playlist posted. I'm going to update that here pretty soon. So this is the way back when my original video that I posted years and years ago. Had to be like 2015, 2014. So pretty soon I should get out of Da Vinci Resolve and more into Vegas Pro, because that's how I started out. I started out with the Vegas Pro, then I went to Shotcut. I think it's Shotcut. I can never remember. Let's see. Yeah, Shotcut. It was free and open source. It was okay. I just didn't like it. So I'm getting ready to lay some wood flooring, so I had to watch the video on that. Here's the one making intro. Big Beatles fan, in case no one's ever figured that out yet. When I was trying to make the decision of whether I was going to upgrade my RAM or not, even though the price was really good, I had to make sure that it was going to be what I needed to be done. This one was good. I actually brought this up and did it on the big screen over there, and actually did it over here. Scam busting. That was a cute one. Apparently when you watch, okay, so L and K, this was done with Vegas Pro. All from here down, all these were done with Vegas Pro, I believe. And I'm getting ready to delete it and just really delve into Da Vinci Resolve. So that's a little bit. If you want to really get into it big time, go to my channel and you can scroll through here and see what I've done. A lot of music, a lot of comedy. Steve Martin, a lot of people don't know he's a very talented musician, and I love his humor. One of my all-time favorite musicals is the theme from Peanuts, followed by a very close second, the theme from the Jetsons. In my very humble opinion, I think the Jetsons, the music was way ahead of its time, as well as Sing, Sing, Sing by Benny Goodman, or Sing, Swing, Sing, depending on who you look up and reference. Yeah, I've got quite a few things in my history. I love the Saturday Night Live takeoffs of Jeopardy. They crack me up. Yeah, and there's no way I can show you my RAM speeds. I did find XMP was turned off, and I did re-enable it, but it didn't help. So I'm gonna have to get with Catherine and I've reached out to her already. Hopefully she'll get back with me sometime tomorrow. So, okay, enough of this. Let's close that. Excuses, excuses, excuses. Yeah, we all know all about excuses. So, I've got this going. Right now I've got 25, 26 in the text. I'm going to add some more to this. And I'm kind of wanting to see what happens if I were to bring this one down to here. Okay, that's what happens. That's horrible. Let's put that back. I think I need to grab one that doesn't have some kind of an effect, but they all have some kind of an effect one way or the other on them. So probably one of the, okay, I like that. That's going to work. I may use that right there, go from 5 to 6, because now I can move one up and one down and accomplish what I want. So that's good. Let's put that back. So I have yet to figure out how to go to do something new. So a new project, and then we're just going to call this on project 3. I'm guessing it's 9 o'clock. I don't know. I don't ever give them a title until I render them, so I'm just going to go ahead and look at this, create this. I'm going to go look at the settings. I think I can change it. At least I hope I can change it. I like going 30 and it automatically changed there. This is probably where I need to change to get the full effect of the whole screen. And I don't think I can do that. It looks like I either go square, and I don't know if changing this, what is it on now? 1980 by 1920 1080. So let's go 16:9. Yeah, okay. So and I think I can go there. And this is a big experiment for me because I don't normally do this. So I'm going to save these. And the very first thing you have to do, or you have to learn, is you have to have media. You have to have a source of what you're going to want to do. That media can be what I call a static picture, which is a still picture, or a video. Whatever you do in a video, you can do on a static picture, and vice versa. And I found that out just by engaging my gray matter and going, oh, look, if they can do it there, you can do it here. And sometimes it takes a little bit more manipulation in the still than it does on the video, but you can do it. So we're going to get media, you click right here, you have media pool, effects library. I don't know anything about index, edit index, and the sound library obviously is audio. You right click and you want to import your media. And then it'll come up to wherever you last went to. Well, getting kind of not burnt out, but I keep using the grandkids. So tonight, I think I'm going to use something totally different. And we're going to go to here. Now, totally different is just going to be another version of the grandkids. Or maybe I'll get lucky and it won't be. Let's see what's in here. I need to find the picture I have of the fox that was on my back porch. I'm not looking for anything. You know what? I'll use my neighbor and my wife. That'll work. So now I have an image, and I'm going to bring it down, and we're going to bring it from the media pool, and we're going to put it into the timeline. Now, if you click on it, it shows over here in the viewer. And since it's a picture, you can move and it's not going to do anything. So we are going to bring this down to here. It doesn't matter where. You can put it right here, and it'll automatically. Oh, here we go. There's an X-rated comment. Rosabella Renault commented, and I can tell by the VAY.FYI that's going to more than likely be a porn site, and I'll leave it and go fix it later, and I'll just hide the comment. Those show up, oddly enough. Anything else with the link doesn't show up. It's crazy. So we're going to get rid of that. So now you'll notice you have timeline and you have your image. So I'm going to go grab another. Well, no, you know what? I'm just going to work with this one. So this is pretty much it. Pretty boring. It's just a picture. Coming here to Fusion. This is where you make things happen. And I've watched quite a few videos on this. Some of them have been good, some of them are 100 miles an hour, and some of them are kind of slow. Yeah, I can try to find Rashida. I can also see me trying to explain why I have this picture. Anyway, everything you need is right here. And then I recently discovered if you right click, you can go add a tool. You can go in and add 3D, which is all I've been doing. And we're going to add an image plane. And then anything you do in three-dimensional, you have to have what's called the render 3D, or it's not going to work. It just will not work. So if you do take that off, you have your source, which you can hit 1 here and it'll show up there, and then you can hit 2 here and it's blank because nothing's connected. If you connect it, it's going to show up and it's the same thing. Kind of one of the first things I learned. Kind of simple, but kind of important. So now you can go here. We're going to turn this one off. You can go to the image plane. You hit the number 1 on your screen, and this is your image plane. You can move it. I've yet to be able to press the Alt button. Grab this down here. It always moves that, and I cannot for the life of me figure that out. What I did figure out is if I click right here on this little circle thing, it brings up the 3 rings, and you can rotate it using the 3 rings. So you got that, and you got that. And there is yet another way you can do this, and this is your X, Y, and Z. You come over here to transform, and this is your rotation. You got order of X, Y, Z, Z, X, Z, Y, yada, yada, yada. So you can change. You can do it the same way right here. You don't necessarily need to do it up here. So you can turn that off. It goes away, and you can still rotate it here, and it just doesn't have your circles. So let's say you want to rotate your picture. You connect this to this. If you connect that to that, it can't connect. It won't connect. It won't do anything because it has to be rendered. But you can still work with your picture. You can rotate your picture around however you want to manipulate it. You kind of have to look through the red and green and blue arrows, and then you can do what you want with this. And while I'm doing this, I always come up with some ideas that I think would be really cool to do, and then I kind of manipulate them. So I'm going to, now let's say you don't like what you've done. You hit this little dot right here, puts it back to 0, little dot 0, little dot 0, and there you go. I'm not sure why it's moving. Or let's say you get that there, and you get that there, and you get that there. You don't like that, well, you can click right here, hit the backspace, get rid of it, 0.0, enter, 0.0, enter, 0.0, enter, puts it right back to the very beginning. So let's make a small change here. Like RGB, yeah, I guess well, it's green, yeah, RG, or red, green, yeah, it could be smart aleck. So I'm going to, and before I forget, you also can move the X this way, the X axis, and you can move the Y axis up and down, and you can move the Z axis, which is kind of like that. So we're going to move this over here all the way to right there. You'll notice your timeline right here. I want to put a marker. I want that picture to start right there. So I'm going to mark it right there. If I go over to here, it's not there because I'm trying to do something with it. So I go back in here to Fusion. If I connect this to here, and I try to keep these as neat as I can, I'll show you a little trick about that in a minute too. And then if I connect that to there, there it is. Now if I go back over here, there it is. So it's kind of just a step process, and the sooner you can figure this step out, the easier this gets. Like I said a couple of videos ago, I've done the last 4 or 5 videos strictly from memory. Yeah, I've been a little slow, and I have struggled along, but I've gotten it done. So we're going to make this move. We're going to come back over here to Fusion. We're going to go back to the image planer. We're still in transform. It took me a couple days to figure that out. So I'm going to grab it and I'm going to move it from here up to there. Up to there. Then I'm going to grab my timeline marker and we're going to put it there. Now that should start in the lower right and it should move to the upper left. We will see. Nope, I did something wrong. Not surprising. And I think I know what I did wrong. Back to here. When I'm silent, I'm thinking. Okay, so I want it to start down here. That's where I want it to start. Oh, I forgot. I need to check my RAM's running at 62%, CPU's running at 8%, so that's not too bad. So I want that to start right there. I've got it at 0. That's the starting point, and I marked my marker right here. Now there's another way you can do this too. You can put it over here. You can right click on the X. Now it's already animated, and you can click animation. So I'm going to leave that there. I want it to be there. I want it to start there. Now I'm going to grab the picture and I'm going to run it to right here, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to put set key. So I want that picture to set a key at the 60th frame. And I'm going to grab the picture again and I'm going to run it up here, and I'm going to move it all the way out to the end, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to hit set key again. Hopefully, and it's not. Doggone it. This is where I get frustrated with myself because I've done this stuff. Linda? Who's Linda? Linda. Oh, new name. Linda. Linda. I gotta give that some thought. I like doing this live because I like to show that I do make mistakes, and anyone that gets into it will make mistakes. But it's real simple. It really is. I'm just not thinking it through right now, and I know it's in here in Fusion. You'll see the bars changing. That means it's rendering. See what my see the memory's up to 79, 80%. Now it backs down to 37, so it's done rendering. And I didn't even have to look. I knew it was done rendering. Oh, Lorna is watching Linda. You know, she's been called Lorena a lot, which I don't get. But we do play golf, so maybe they think she's the Lorena of the Philippines. She's watching her television shows. It's just a nightly thing. I enjoy some of them, but I don't speak the lingo, so I get lost. So I'm going to minimize this. This is blue, so if I hit play, oh, it did do what I wanted it to do, sort of, kind of. It just didn't start what I wanted it to. So it's got animation or movement. That's pretty good, 2 tries. I took her to a place in California, a barbecue joint, and it was her birthday. So, you know, he did the old cheesy. He got with the waitress and said, hey, it's her birthday, and you guys sing her happy birthday and all that. And sure, what's your name? Lorna. So they come out, and there's about 6 of them. They were like, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, Lorena. And she turned around and goes, who's Lorena? She's got her moments. So this worked, but not how I wanted it to. It's got movement, but it's not moving from the lower left, where I want it to go, over to here. And I'm not sure why. I really am not sure why. Because I set it up. If I run... Oh, well, maybe I do know why. Maybe it's because it's in 0. I'm going to turn that off. That's not doing well right now. So that should go away. Should have went away. We're in transform. Okay, so here's animate, right click and animate it. I don't want to do that. Got the things up here that indicates it's got animation or movement. I'm going to move this by well, shoot. It's there. Where's my memory? It's at 49%. It should be caught up. I'll show you something else while I ponder this in my head real quick. You can add normal text right here. That's a decent movie, Adam Sandler. Or you can add 3D text. And I'm going to put this one right here. Now if you add normal text, you have to have a render, or a merge rather, and we're going to throw it right there. And if you do a 3D text, you have to be able to render it, but I think I can render it into here. And we're going to need a camera, which I've played with this, and we're going to need a spotlight. So we're going to put these over here. So this stuff's pretty simple. We'll do the plain text first. I showed this the other day. And you just type in your text. You can change the color of the text. We're just going to go with blue. Not going to go anything fancy tonight. If I put the text over here and bring it over there, then that's there. It's a little small. You can adjust the size with the slider. You can adjust the size by going in here. I tend to go in there because I'm not real good at controlling the sliders yet. We're going to go about like that. The tracking is the lettering. You can make them really close together, or you can make them really far apart. I'm going to leave it like it was. And then the line spacing, if you have more than one line, like if I put Sue and Lorna, then you can space them up and down like that. So that is basic text. Now to add that, you just run, so I'm going to turn this off here. You run your text into a merge, you run your picture into the merge, and then you run your merge into your out. Now, can't see it. It's got to be right there. Now, why am I not seeing that? I got to stop and think about this for 1 second. This is real simple and basic. Not so much forgetful as I haven't done it enough to be real repetitive. And since I jinxed myself, this makes sense that this would happen. Can I add the spotlight to that text? I don't know if I can or not, actually. I don't think I can. Nope. Nope. That's got to go into there. That's got to go into there. Or no, does it go there? I don't know. We'll figure that out in a minute. Just down to here. Not sure where the text is at. I mean, I know it's there because I can see it. Shouldn't be moving the picture. And this is where my memories, yeah, 53%. That's not too bad. This is why I titled it like I did. Something to learn, something to share. I forget what the other, there was 3 things. Something to teach, something to learn, something to share. If anyone in chat knows what I'm doing wrong, feel free to speak up. If anyone leaves comment, that's good too. So if I turn the picture off, okay, there it is. But it's still stuck on, well, am I stuck in the, I'm in merge 1, which is right here. I can tell where I'm at because it's right here. If I turn that off, then it goes away. If I turn the merge off, turn this off, try to take the text directly into here. Now that's not supposed to work, actually. Let's try that. Let's take the picture into the merge, put that over there. Okay, why can't I do that? Let's take the picture into the text. Let's take the text into the merge, and then let's take the merge into the output. That's not good. Let's take that up to there. There we go. It's a process. So now I want to temporarily get rid of my picture. I want to come back into the merge. I want to move that down just a tad bit more. Right about there. And all I'm going to do is reconnect my picture. And there it is. If we go back over here to the, there we go. Simple. And if I go back to the beginning, hopefully it's still going to be animated or movable or moving. We hit play. Oh, I took that away. So that makes sense. We hit stop. We're going to go back into here. Now comes, can I move this into here? That's complicated. So that looks horrible, and it's a flow chart. So if you right click, then you can arrange the tools, auto arrange. You can do the grid. Well, there's a way you can arrange these. I've done it. I just don't remember how I did it. There we go. Align the tools to the grid. That makes it look a little neater. So now if we come back over here, now the text is way off because the picture is way off, but if we go back to the beginning and hit play, it's going to come across. Kind of frustrating that I can't make this like I want. So let's figure out why the picture needs to be adjusted. What have I got going on? I don't need this one being showed over there. It gets confusing. I want to be in here. I don't think it's in settings. It's not. It's not an image. Shouldn't be in there, although it might be. Good thing I'm not saving this. What do you still got? Blackwatcher, you still here? It's just a static picture. It's not going to be any movement. Go to the text. Move the text down. A little further. That's too far. Too bad. Now I need to just go move the picture and merge. What's reference size? Dare I try to take right copy or right click copy. I want to paste that in there. Yep, that's fine. Well, that's not fine. That's not what I want. I guess I can't copy from in there. That's interesting. I would have bet money I could have copied from in here. Apparently not. That's fine. I mean, it's not like it's super hard text or not. So we're going to go Sue. And I'm going to play with these a minute. Wanna? I'm going to make the color green. We're going to bring this up over here. Size is a little big. So we're going to reduce the size. We're going to go with 0.085, still too big. We're going to go with 0.55, still too big. We're going to go with 0.5, still too big. Let's go with 0.45. Okay, I can live with that. So here's 3D text. True 3D text. I don't need my spotlight on right now, so I'm going to disconnect that. I just want to work with the text and the text alone. Again, if I come up here, then I can rotate there and there. And I'm going to put it about right there. Then I'm going to go back to move right there. So we want to add some shading. And I want the shading color to be, I don't know. White's good, but I got to remember why. Oh, right now it's saying use the same material, which is green. So we're going to uncheck that. And it should have went to white. And we're going to make the shading color white. Nope, not what I want. Man, I'm just really having issues tonight with my brain. Okay, where's it at? This is fun. Uh-oh, Gary retracted a message. I didn't get to see it. Bevel material. For some reason, I'm not finding what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for, there's a thing in here on the bevel where you can, oh, extrusion. There we go. So now, you extrude it, you'll see it's now true 3D. And in the subdivisions, now one of the effects I want to work on in here is I really want to get all of this right here, I really want it to be about that thick, but I want it to be chopped, what I call chopped, with, you'll have the main one and it'll be line, 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 and I haven't decided if I want to run the 3D lines back or not. And you can change the bevel width a little bit and put that back, the smooth angle, and we'll put that back. So I'm kind of cool with that. I put that like that specifically so that you could see that it is 3D. And it's pretty neat. Now, I can put that right there. But nothing's going on. Actually, I'm going to bring it back down for a minute. I'm not real good with the spotlight. So that if I bring the spotlight over here, it's right there. Then you can bring it down and you can rotate it the same way. You click on that and you can make it focus on different aspects of it. You can make it up, you can make it down, and you can rotate it on that axis as well. So I'm going to leave it pretty much right on the end. It's going to be white. We're going to enable it. And the intensity is going to be 1. And we're going to have shadows, and shadows are going to be, we'll try black to begin with. So we're going to take the spotlight and we're going to hit it on the text. going to take the text and we're going to see if we can render it up to here. Wow, we can. That's amazing. I should get rid of the picture maybe. No, guess I'm going to need the picture. Huh. I'm going to turn the camera. I forget how the camera works. It's the same thing. If you go here, you can bring the camera. I want the camera. And I think it's this one. And again, you can change it right here. And you put the camera. I think actually it goes. I think it goes spotlight to camera, camera to text, to there, to there. I think. I've got to learn this one a little bit better, but I've got some ideas in it. If we come back over here, then we play it. Well, we can't play it because it's still red, so that's got to render. Let's see where our memory's at. 43%. Well, this is pretty simple. It's kind of weird. Figured it'd be way higher than that. And like usual, if I were to say, hey, I'm going to end this because I'm not getting anywhere, as soon as I stop streaming, I will figure it out. It's just really kind of frustrating. This is what they all say to do, though. They all say to get in there and try to figure it out. So that's what I'm trying to do. Not getting anywhere, though. Cool thing is to get rid of this stuff. If you click on something and hit the backspace button, it makes it go away. Click on it, backspace makes it go away. Click on it, backspace makes it go away. Click on it, backspace makes it go away. Like it never happened. As long as this is red, it won't do anything. Once it turns blue, you can hit play and it'll go, but it just won't go very fast. And go back and then it will turn blue and then it'll run at full speed. So this is really good that this is slowed down, but my CPU is really working. 18%, that's as high as I've ever seen it. And this is just a very simple render. So you guys are probably asking yourself, how did I go from not being able to explain that to doing this right here? Hours, patience, a little bit of frustration. Get the idea in your head what you want, and then you just go figure out how to do it. And I set an extra monitor up so that I could actually follow the tutorials on what it was I was trying to learn. But I did this from memory. It's scary. I got to adjust that. And I'm really proud of this. I will tell you right now, I'm really proud of this. It's a far cry from the original intent, and the original intent was this right here. Is this searchable? It is, huh? Nope, that's not what I want. I want floating. I think it's pictures. No, Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Wow, my brain is just like gone right now. So let's go back to history. I'll do it the hard way. Should be pretty easy to find. Apple TV, I gotta remember that. So here's the original, what I'm looking for. And I've shared this a million times, so this isn't anything new to anybody that's watched me 1 or 2 times. So we go from that, and we've got it to here. And like I said a couple days ago, I give myself a month to get all the effects that I want done. And I think I will know I will be pleased with it. And I've done some things in here that I'm like, I thought I'd like it, I don't. Like that one there, I've got to make that picture not go all the way over, and I got to shrink it down. And that picture, I've got to make it just fill the box, or get rid of the box, or make the box fit the picture. And I think the next thing I want to learn is, you see how that box moves? I want to see if I can make the box move with the picture. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can. So CPU's back down to 6%. Memory's at 43%. That's just mind-boggling. I don't know what it is. But yeah, that was my inspiration right there. And I seen this watching YouTube. So I'm going to wrap it up. Back to 3 people. And why is this? This is way behind here. Get a picture of Rashida. Get a picture of Rashida. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 chats after that aren't showing up over here, but they're there because I can see right here. That's weird. Anything that can happen odd, it happens with me. So I do apologize. I was a little not getting my point across here, what I wanted to. I know what I had in mind, and it just didn't work out. Now I know I can come over here. I can go to Project Manager. I can open up the projects, and that was again pretty simple. And I did that in Fusion Compound. So if we go over here in Fusion, that's what makes that text work right there. You got a background picture, you got a picture, you run it through the merge, you have the text, you run it through the merge, and you have the out. That's not true 3D. That is fake 3D. It's not even really 3D, but it looks pretty cool. We both like that. Again, Project Manager. This one's really neat. This is what, so I got a picture, an effect, the render, and the out. When you play it over here, I was experimenting. I took 1, 2, 3 pictures, and when you play it, that's going to be choppy and slow. But I know I can build on this, and I know I can move forward and get this done. And I believe over here, that was the first one. So I figured out how to do that. That inspired me to go to this one. So I figured out how to do that. And that inspired me to go to, I believe it's this one right here. I gotta start naming these sequentially so I can keep up with what I'm doing, or writing it down, getting a notebook or a notepad. maybe this isn't it. Well, it is. I just didn't change the one yet. So that's a little bit of where I've started, and then I've showed this one, the change in it. So I'm going to say that's vertical screensaver with text 1, probably. That would make sense. We'll know here momentarily. Or maybe not. Hopefully this next one he spins. Yeah, so that's, I'll get it. I really will get it, and when I get it I will post it or do a live stream on it, because there's many things in here I want to do. So that is kind of where I started and kind of how I got to where I'm getting and where I've gotten. So yeah, learn something, share something, teach something. Maybe it's learn something, teach something, share something. The sharing was more from the audience or who's watching in chat and or comments. Speaking of comments, let's go see where that one showed up at. So got a comment. Rosabella says whatever, and we'll go over here and see if it's there. And it is. I'm not going to click on it because there's no doubt in my mind what it is, but I am going to go ahead. And these are the only ones I remove. I don't remove anybody else's. So I don't know if refreshing that will make it go to 2 comments. No, it still shows 3. So I'm guessing it stays there forever.
2 videos within an hour.
There you go, Black Watch, in case you missed it earlier today, which I know you've watched it, so I'm not going to play it. Obviously, comments are working for that one. So been right at an hour. I appreciate it. Gary, thanks for showing up. Thanks for saying hi. Black Watch, thanks for showing up. Keep the humor up. I appreciate it. Feel free to reach out in comments with any suggestions or thoughts or ideas. Remember, this all got started from a friend of mine in Las Vegas that caught COVID and wanted to learn how to stream and wanted to learn Sony Vegas Pro. And now that he's not got COVID and he's working 3 jobs, you know he's not Jamaican, he's Filipino. So there's no interest there. I'm going to wrap this up. Been great, been good. I'm going to take my pain meds and go to sleep. Don't know if I'll be live tomorrow. Carrie, I believe, is doing a stream. I believe, although it is September, he's probably on his way to Michigan, who knows. Saturday, I'm not going anywhere. Kind of doctor's orders, kind of my own decision, kind of like it's not going to be fun not to do anything, and I'll miss the grandbabies, but with the little bit of health issues that are going on, we just feel it's best just to hang out here for a while. So I'm going to end it. Thanks for watching. Everybody have a great night. I need to bring OBS up so I can see what's going on. Bring this over. Oh, come on. Doggone it. There we go. Thank you. Have a good evening. Bye for now.